Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to Railway Empire Crossing the Andes Coffee Barons here on the PS4. This is the first of our two new dairy trains about to pull into Sao Paulo. Hopefully this is going to give us a nice little boost. We're losing money because we're spending an awful lot at the moment with all these new routes and connections that we're building. That's why we're posting losses at the moment, just because our expenditure is so high. So, is this going to give us the boost that we need? Is this going to help trigger some fulfillment of demand growth? We look down here, no cows. There's a big demand for cows. I'm toying with the idea of routing cows in on a separate route rather than through the warehouse, because that is starting to become quite problematic. Just all the cows trying to get in there, as well as the delivery trains trying to get in there. It's making it tough. It's an extra step as well. So I think what we might well do, I think we probably will do actually, it's going to be the best way to do this. Let's bring a line off here. Bring this out like this. Let's take this little bit of track out here. Connect that up. Like so. And let's bring in a connection coming off here. So, I still want to put cows into the warehouse. Oh, actually, do I? Is there anywhere else that needs cows? No, there isn't. Okay, so, change of plan. It wouldn't let me. There we go. So that'll get those trains in, and then they'll end up with nowhere to go. But we'll rework this connection here completely. So first things first, I'm going to need to delete this train here, and then delete the connection like so, because we're going to reposition it. Let's go with a twin track, just in case we need to kind of put it back in again. We'll put our link back in over here again. In fact, we can keep that connection alive temporarily while we're getting everything else set up by doing that. That can now loop in like that. And that hasn't broken those connections. And they're going in on separate platforms. So now that that's like that, now I can bring this down here at a much better angle and actually bring this in right here, right on the join, like that. Okay, that's a long sweeping curve that we just don't need, so let's get rid of it. Can't make it too tight a turn because I do still need to put another track on the inside of this curve, so it can't be too tight. That looks to be pretty good. Let's bring that down and straighten that out a little bit if I can, just because it might be useful for putting in a supply tower. Do I need cows delivering anywhere else over here? No, I don't. Okay, so in that case, let's do that. This can come through on the inside, connect up there. Now we've got a direct route for our cattle straight in here. It's going to free up this platform in the warehouse dramatically. It's going to speed up how quickly those cows get into Sao Paulo, which is going to really be important for their fulfillment of demand. And that should give us the growth we need to get Sao Paulo up to 60,000 quite quickly. So I need one more little bit of track, which is just here, just so it doesn't break everything. And that is a diamond crossing. Don't know why we call them diamond crossings, because they're actually X crossings, but they're called diamond crossings because of the diamond piece in the middle. where the tracks merge. We had that little diamond piece there. That's why they're called diamond crossings, even though they're X crossings. they're actually called diamond crossings. So it's not me just giving out a random wrong name. If you were at all curious, and I'm guessing most of you probably weren't, but there you go. A little bit of useless information courtesy of Jim Bob. Right. I suppose the only people who actually probably care about that would already know that anyway, but there you go. Never mind. It's done. Why is it staggering those in a weird way like that? I don't like that. Okay, let's try dropping in a signal manually there. There we go. Let's sync the rest of them up in pairs. Okay, we definitely need a supply tower, and I think we'll stick it there on the way back in. I think I'm forgetting something. Yes, I am forgetting something. I need signals here and temporarily there as well. Do I still need cows going in there at all? They're not delivering meat down to there, because that is not a meat industry. So yeah, we're just going to take that out completely. I'm going to take the line out. Yeah, I'll just take the line out there. It's unnecessary. So that actually frees up things quite nicely. So I can now have a platform going in this way, and then this platform here, the upper platform, can be dedicated for our cows going in to Sao Paulo. So I need to correct these lines. So this is my first cattle train here. So that's now going from, let's get rid of the warehouse, from soya fattening to Sao Paulo. There we go. And now that will then shuffle off that way, go around to soya fattening, and then through that way. The trains coming in will still pick up cows from here until there's no cows left in the warehouse. There's 40 still in there, so they'll still be collected from here until that supply runs out, and then they'll stop collecting them from there. But at the same time, we'll be dragging cows in directly from our other location as well. And we can leave that set up like that so that when they do kind of stop, yeah, when these ones come in, the demand for cows will probably be met on this connection. So any cows that are left over here will be backup reserve cows in case the supply here runs dry, which is, you know, possible. So now we've got an invalid line here that needs to run from there to there. Yep, there we go. I've got a train issue over here. Invalid line. Oh, it's because I didn't connect it back up to soya fattening. There we go. Where's he going? He's trying to turn around, look. There we go, just turned around. And let's put soya fattening at the top, which is where it should be. Right, next one of my cow trains over here is this one. So we'll let it deliver. And then it's going to go from soya fattening to Sao Paulo. Wait for it to have dropped off all the cows. I think it's done now. Trying to see through the green haze. Yes, there's nothing behind it. There we go. So that's going to set off and make its collection. Now it can free up this train, which we're going to upgrade to a Berkshire. That will probably pick up some cows, because it's been a while since we've had any delivered in. That's already a Berkshire. So are those. Waiting to go through. I'm getting a few breakdowns over here. Put a maintenance shed on there. Yes, we'll take mass production. We've actually got some points to spend as well, which is going to be good. Nice, we won that auction without any competition. Let's put a shed there. I desperately want to make sure I have repair sheds where I need them over here. Let's put one on soya fattening. That'll fix these trains as well as these trains here, which is good. We have growth. Curitiba's hit 90,000 people. Excellent stuff. So we can put another business in there, which means I can resurrect my chance to put a wool. Ooh, no, do not demolish. I can resurrect my chance of putting in a wool industry. 50,000. Sorry, 500,000. That's quite pricey. Again, we're getting a bad break. The back condition breakdown. Do I not have? No, I don't. All right. Let's put maintenance there. It's too far a run between maintenance trips, apparently. How long are my bonds? Oh, one of them's finished. Excellent. Let's take out some cash. Let's take out 1 million. Nice. So now I can go ahead and I can drop in a tailor's. I want it close to the station as I can to improve loading times. Let's put that there. And it also means now that the wool that we have stored in here, which is quite a lot, full 99 as you can see, that can now be taken out and taken to the tailors. And that will also provide, hopefully, a new product that can then go between these two cities. Right, have we stimulated enough growth here yet? No. We're on the tipping over point. We're at 60%. We need higher than 60. We need 61 to trigger a growth spurt. We should be getting wood in, but we're not at the moment. My cows making their deliveries. It's getting serviced. So I've got 3 on that line. I thought I had more cow trains than 3. Apparently not. Loco slowed due to missing equipment. Where is that? Over here. Let's put in a supply tower. There. I need to take a look at these points first of all and see what we can actually do with these points. Increase reliability. Yes. And that also gets us one step closer to getting to Texas, which is a great train to have. We've got a problem with trains over here. Invalid rail line. What is the invalid rail line? What about that line is invalid? Nothing. There we go. Oh, that was the other one. There were 2 of those trains, and that one was on its way back. I forgot. Yeah, there's the first one. That's the one we fixed last time. So that sorted that issue out. We're going to need to get another one of these cow trains up and running, because they're all clustered at one point. Here we go. We've got some more growth temporarily. Just a little flicker of growth for a second then. Here in Sao Paulo, I'm guessing that was a delivery of cattle. There's a delivery of cattle. That should trigger another little spurt of growth, now that we're supplying the raw materials that the meat industry needs. Still needs wood, sugar, and clothing. which is, again, another reason why I wanted to get this industry up with wool, so that we can start getting clothing sent across to Sao Paulo. That, again, will help build them up. So we need to kind of ignore them for a little while now. They've got enough in place, and start checking on other cities. They're at 28 and still growing. That's 29 almost. Monte Claros. What can we do to boost Montes Claros? Okay, they need fish or corn. One of those two. What have we got nearby that we can bring in? We've got fish over there. Yeah, that's going to be it. It's going to be that fish connection, I think. Now, we've actually got lots and lots of goods here, all clustered together. It's not quite close enough, wouldn't you know it? Okay, so what I will do... Again, look at these hills. Really hilly around here. Let's go with a standard sized train station. We'll place it that way, so if we need to expand it we can, and it'll put rails on away from the businesses. Let's do that. And let's drive a train from here into Montes Claros over here. A lot of tweaking again to do to try and avoid expensive costs for bridges and earthworks and the like. I mean, we're good for money at the moment, but even so, there's no point wasting it. Yeah, that'll do. Nice smooth flat line. Let's parallel this along here till we get to the corner. Whiz back around over here. Put a cross piece in just here. A little diamond crossing. There we go. Let's get some signals in place. You know, all of a sudden I feel a lot more confident about this challenge. We've got a few years to get this done. We've got till the end of 1910. So we've actually got time to actually get these towns developed. It's not going to be a mad scramble like it has been for pretty much every other task so far. That really does inspire me, or fill me with a bit more confidence. Okay, let's put a supply tower in there. It's a long old run, so I think we might have one over here as well. There we go. Anything else I need to do here? Nope. And bringing that double line out like this does give me the possibility of then bringing a train over to Salvador over there. So, chance of maybe working on another city. How many towns do I actually have, actually? Let's see. I've got Porto Segura. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 9, so I need to get, 8 of them. So I don't need to connect to another town. I just need to develop the ones I've got. That's okay. I can do that. So, where is the connection we just built? It's here. Let's get some fish and potentially some sugar in there as well. Let's go to Berkshire. And we're going to put a security guard on this train to boost our income, and a stoker to hopefully improve speed. Yes, and there's a bonus for the getting on ability of our stoker and our security guard. So that should give a slight boost to speed as well on top of that. So we'll get those up and running. And let that run through a little bit and then get another train going. How are we doing over here? Piranha is still growing. That's good. Wood is going to become important going forward. I'll wait to see where the demand is needed before I place the town. So it'll determine the angle I place it. Almost at 30,000 here. As soon as we get another business, or get to 40,000, we can put another business in and try and make sure that it's something that can complement the surrounding areas. So we've got meat, we've got beer. They're complementary because you can ship them between each other. Here we've got beer and beer, so not so much. But if we get something here that we can then ship this way, and then something here that we can ship back the other way, it just, again, it helps fulfill demands across both towns and keeps the supply, or keeps the goods going out. So the stuff that's coming in, there's always a supply for that. And yeah, it's the way it works. Another bad condition breakdown. Okay, where's this? I thought I'd put one in here. Okay. Oh, no, not expand. Maintenance shed. There we go. Where's this train? It's a good way down the line, so that's far enough for us to clone it. Stick another one in there. We're going to get at least 3 on that line, just because it's such a long line. How many trains do I have running through here? And what is it? I think it's just one train running between the two, isn't it? It is. But we'll clone it. Get a second train in there. Did that actually go through? Yes, it did. There it is. So that'll help shift goods between the two. Getting conductors. Don't need conductors. I've only got one train on that line, so let's clone that line. There we go. Back over here. Need to whiz that forward a bit more to about here. Give the fishery time to kind of restock itself a little bit. There we go. And that was actually leaving with no stock at all. But hopefully, as this town continues to grow, then the demand will go up. We've got a lot of cash now, haven't we? Has Sao Paulo grown? It's still not. Still. Oh, come on. What are we short on? Wood and sugar. And cows. We're still short on cows. We're going to really need to add more cows in here. So we've got a bit of a gap now. Let's start adding more lines in. Get 2 more in to really meet that demand. So many question marks. These are now saying that no suitable freight. Is that because the warehouse is full? It is. Warehouses are full on those trains. Okay. Cows are almost gone out of here. Let's get 2 more trains coming out of the warehouse. See, that one is loading up with cows, and that's the last 8 cows from the warehouse, so we can actually take that out now and see, is there anything else that we can put in there? Got cows there as well, look. It's a big connection bonus, but we don't need the money anymore. Look at that. We've got some more growth here in Sao Paulo. I need it to get to 60,000. Come on. It's so close. It's frustrating. Almost at cows again already. Warehouse is just chewing them out, literally chewing the cows up so fast. go, it's another load going in. So that's the last of the cows there. So the second train now bringing wood. Excellent. Which means that the wood trains will now be able to start delivering wood again, because there's now space for wood in the warehouse. I've just taken a load of logs out. So the wool is going out there as well. So fish and sugar at the moment not moving. No demand for those, but they might. It's good to see that the wool is going back in. Can I expand this industry? Yes. Start producing more. Let's start producing more paper as well. There we go. And that increases the demand for wood and the demand for wool, which will empty out the warehouses quicker, which will get the other trains delivering again. You get the idea. Right. Rio is still growing. Good, good, good. Up to 35,000. Excellent. That city is getting very close to a new industry. I can't spend all my money. I need to have money available to pay for these new industries. 35 over there. Montes Claros just hit level 2, so that's now over 20,000. Excellent stuff. Piranha closing in on 34,000. Good. Stick a security guard on this train here. From my warehouse to delivery trains, so that's fine. Rio is growing still. I think we looked at Rio, didn't we? I don't know. Oh, Porto Seguro is dropping. Not good. They need a lot of stuff. They need wood, corn, and fish. Didn't I just establish a fish connection? No, I didn't. I didn't establish a fish connection. I should have established a fish connection. Let's establish a fish connection. Let's go around the back. Yeah, we do not want to go all the way out to sea. That's a $4.5 million route. No, thank you. Instead, we kind of loop around there, come back in a bit, so we avoid that low drop. Still an expensive route. That's quite a wide crossing point there. Can I straighten that out a bit? Shorten the distance? I can a bit. I don't want to go too far down, because then it means I have too steep a gradient to repair over here. Okay, so that's under 200 grand. That's a lot more acceptable. So we have a fish point. That'll bring in extra money. Let's put a pass loop just here. Okay, and let's put another one along here. I don't know if I'm going to need more than this, because it's, at the end of the day, it's fish, so it's not going to be a product that's in massive demand. But if we can get 2 trains on here, then it just, 2 passing loops gives us a better chance of them not stacking at just one end. Which then means it's a long time until the next delivery. This keeps them a bit more spaced out, a bit more staggered. In theory. And I want a supply tower in the middle. About there. Do I want one on here? I'm hoping that's going to be enough. So, let's run a train from there to there. And get it going. I want a... Oops. Ooh. That might be a problem, putting a stop signal there. Yeah, that would be a problem. Because the train would go through it, which would free the train behind it to go up to that stop signal, and then there's only one line, so they can't get back out again. So we're going to need a small passing loop over here, I think. Swing around the inside of the corner. That should give me enough space for another supply tower as well. Yeah, that will do. So, signal. And signal. And a supply tower about halfway along. There. Excellent stuff. So that will help boost Porto Seguro. Rio's getting closer. Sao Paulo stopped again. It's at 58 and a bit now. Getting closer and closer and closer to 60, just not quite making it. No clothing in stock, so that must be getting shipped out. Plenty of paper, though. That's a passenger train. That's a meat train going out. Do I have any other freight between the two moving? Oh, there we go. Look, there's some paper and some beer heading out of the town. I need to get into 60. As soon as I get to 60, I'll be golden, because I can drop that museum in there and keep them well above 60% with that 10% bonus. These towns are really still growing, though, which is great to see. Good to see they're still improving, apart from this one down here. But we're in the middle of fixing that. Oh, it's a research facility. We can send coffee there. Where is the nearest coffee? Is there a coffee nearby? No. No. Nearest coffee is... I don't know. There's coffee there. That can't be the nearest coffee. I think it is. Oh, there's coffee over there. Again, that can't be the nearest. Can it? There's coffee there. That's a bit of a trek. Yeah, I think we'll just have to maybe leave that one. See how that goes. Let's duplicate this train here. Now that it's had some space to move, clone it. Get that one released. At the very least, it'll stop this town from degrading any further. Rio's still getting bigger. It's getting closer and closer to that magic number. Short on wood. Short on sugar still. And chocolate. Well, cocoa. And clothing. And chocolate, yeah. So it's short on everything. Why is he not getting those goods? That's frustrating. Okay, let's see what's coming in. Wood. More wood. Oh, there we go. Get some cocoa coming in at last. Right, let's see if we can encourage this train here to pick up certain things. So I want it to pick up those products. It's gone straight for cocoa. Okay, that works. This train here bringing beer and paper. There's my fish train. Passenger train. I'm tempted to just get rid of my passenger trains to help free up the stations a little bit. I wonder. Let me just check the line. Nothing's using platform 4. Okay, so I'm going to relocate my warehouse trains. Trains? Ah, is it Berkshire? Oh, go away. I'm going to relocate these to platform 4. Again, I've got to wait until they're either, leaving the station or, before they get to the station. Otherwise, they're going to get in there and then they're going to come back out with a full load, go back up to the warehouse and come back down again to go in on the right platform. You have to be wary of that. Yeah, let's do this one. Sao Paulo going in on platform 4. And this one going in on platform 4. Because platform 1 is busy. That's the train that's the platform's bringing all the cows in from over there. So it frees up the platform for the cow trains, and it frees up, it gives these guys an empty platform that's all for themselves over here. So it should turn these trains around a lot quicker, in theory. There goes the first one in straight away, look. And at the same time, it means that one can come in as well. So, yeah, that's going to trigger a demand here, because we're going to get more trains going in at the same time. More goods going in at the same time. This should hit 60,000 now. I'm speeding up time to watch this. Come on, give me 60. Give me 60. There we go. Right. Museum. Finally. Museum is in. That'll give me an extra 10% on my fulfillment. So if I go back into Sao Paulo now, it says 66%. That's standard. That's not counting the 10% bonus, I think. So, we're all good. It might be. There's no cows again. So yeah, that might be including the bonus. But 69%, you see, we're now well above that 61% minimum requirement to trigger the growth. So Sao Paulo should now get bigger and bigger and bigger. Should hit 90,000 soon-ish. How close are we here? Very close to getting another business. So let's see, what could we put in here? Let's see. What do we have over here? We have some stuff. Okay. New business. Don't want a chocolate factory. Ah, I could go publishing. We are producing paper. Oh no, we're producing paper somewhere else. Okay, so we want publishing in a different direction. Don't want to go paper mills. Don't want to go furniture. Don't want to go chemicals. Do we have any llama wool in the area? Contagim's grown as well, look. I could make a refinery because I have the access, but I don't have a demand, so I can't place that industry in there. That's not good. I don't have anything nearby that I could easily supply. That's frustrating. There is wood up there. Tell you what I could do. So where's my other wood? Is there any more wood over here? Yeah, we're going to put in a paper mill. So I want to, actually before I do that, I want to upgrade the station, because otherwise I might not have space to do it afterwards. There we go. So now that that's upgraded, now I can position this, because it changes the layout of the town around you, and if you don't have the space, kind of screwed up a little bit. Put the paper mill just there, and what we'll do is when we hit 90,000 in Rio, we'll put a publisher's in there, and then it can take paper from both Curitiba and from Rio to build newspapers, which can then hopefully be shipped back in the opposite direction to either location. So I need to connect to the wood over here, so that's going to need to come down onto this connection here, and then from there come off and join in somewhere down here. It's going to be a long twisty route. We're going to need lots and lots of wood trains. That's fine. I need to figure out what I'm going to do here in Contagem now. Again, do I have wool anywhere nearby? I think the answer to that is no. A resounding no. I could potentially put a publishers in here. Actually, yeah. Remember what I was saying about complementary businesses? Let's do that. Let's put a publishing house there. So, we need to connect up that wood supply, which is there. Let's get a small station. That's all we can afford right now. There we go. So this needs to join this connection. If I connect it about here before it goes into the split, then it means I don't have to worry about signals creating one-way flow on this bit, which is good, because that's just a nightmare of messing around otherwise. That's 80 grand. Yeah, I'll keep it like that. What can I spend my points on? Anything. No, I need another 38 points to get the Texas. Have I got access to... No, I don't. I was hoping there might be an inventor, but there isn't. So that's okay. Oh, it's 80 grand I need. Okay, speed time up. Okay, so that connection goes in there like that, and then it needs to come off and join this over here. So again, we've got this single line here, which is the perfect place for us to intercede and intersect, not intercede. And assuming I can get through both of those businesses, I'll have to do a little bit of crafty wiggling through there. So I put my connection in place like that. Oh, that wiggles straight through the middle of them. I need to raise it up to avoid these huge fees for chewing through the hills. That's a good little wriggle. Yep. So almost there in getting this set up. Pay for that bit of track. There we go. It's almost the end of 1905. We've got till the end of 1910. We've got 2 of the 8 cities that we need done. But we have a long way to go to get the rest up to scratch as well. So let's bring a passing loop off the side here. I want a nice long connection, so I can stack a couple of trains waiting at this junction, and also have a signal tower in the middle, a supply tower in the middle, sorry, not a signal tower. Ah, Piranha has just grown, so they've now got a space for a new industry as well. I'll check those out in a moment. They might go sweets, possibly, because they've got cocoa and they've got sugar. Yeah, so I'll put a chocolate factory in Piranha. Montes Claros is getting bigger still. Won't be too long until they get boosted. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to build track, aren't I? There is my track. Okay, I want to have a passing loop here. Again, stacking up before the junction. Big enough for at least 2. Yep. There's already a passing loop there and a passing loop there. And then I need one on here, and I'll do that halfway along. And I'll make it a nice good sized one. So again, we can stack a couple of trains if we need to, and also put a supply tower in there as well. Okay, right. Signalling time. How we love the joys of signalling. I mean, it's not a horrible job. It's time consuming. It takes a long time. When you build a lot of track in quick succession, you then have to go back and remember, did I signal this? Did I signal that? And you're constantly panning around to go, oh, do I need these here? Do I need these there? Oh, I didn't put those in properly. I've got to change those. It becomes a tedious job that needs to be done. And sometimes I get carried away and I build way too much track in one go without any signaling along the way. And then it just takes me 20 minutes to half an hour to make sure that everything is A signaled and B signaled correctly. So it's probably a good idea to kind of do it in chunks. Work a small section of track, a small stretch, and once you've got all that where it needs to be, then you can go ahead and move on to the next bit. Excellent, we can get 3 in there. I have no money for signal towers, but that's okay. Supply towers. What I can do while the money is rolling is I can start that wood delivery. It's a long old route, as you can see. Which platform do I want to go into? In fact, I've got this connection over here. That's going in on the wrong platforms now. So, let's leave it like that for now. I'm going to go to demolish for a second, because we've got this fighting to get in on these 2 platforms here. We're going to relocate this, so I'm going to take that piece of track out. I'm going to bring this down here, like that. Oh, it's not going to like that because there's a building here in the way. What is that building in the way? That's the meat industry. Is that what's causing the problem? Oh, that's annoying. Oh, the pain. Can I use that one? I can use that one. Okay, so it's not all doom and gloom. I can do that. Can I at least do that as a siding? Okay, if I can do that, take that back out again. If I can make this around here. It's not long enough yet. If I bring that up and around like that, though, and try and be really cheeky and sneaky and a little bit clever, that's really a bit too tight a turn. That I can get away with, just. Okay, now can I be really clever? Have I got enough space? No, I don't have enough space. Ah. Alright. See if I can rework it. That's quite a long bit there. That should shorten that out a bit now, hopefully. Okay, please let me be able to do this. He won't let me do it. I can do it here though. I hope. Not like that, I can't. Come on, let me put the crossing in. I'm trying to maneuver my way around to an extra free platform. Alright, let's try this again. And I'm prepared to take more of this out if I need to. I can bring this down all the way to there. Following all the way along there. Like so. Can I sneak? Ooh, let's see. No, wait, that's on the wrong line, so that's going to need to be one of these crossings here. This is going to get messy, but it needs to go this way because of the directionals. I may as well put that in there as well. And then that piece can come out. And then that can go around to there. Ooh, that's a horrible bend. Yeah, I'm going to need to... Oh, my word. The amount of hassle that this little bit is causing me. Let's take those out. And then that can come around like that. Try and square that off a bit. Bring that down and around. Like that. We're getting somewhere, which is just as well because we're almost out of time again. That's facing the wrong direction. Why is that facing the wrong direction? No, that's facing the right direction. My brain's not working. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so we've restored that section there. That's standard lane track now. Is this going to work? That's going to come in through here. It's dead track here. Comes in that way, can go across there and onto here. That works. And then we get to there. Okay, yes. It's long-winded, but it works. So I need a stop signal there. Right. Now that that's in place, I can go back to my wood line. If I can find the wood line. Where is my wood line? I don't even know where it is anymore. There it is. Did I actually put a train on there? No, I didn't. But I do have the line here. So, train's going to whiz through, get to here, get to here, get to here. And now I need to route the platform it goes in on. I'm going to stick it on platform 3. There we go. Route is set. Let's get a train up and running. Fantastic. There we go. And we will start shuttling more trains onto that route next time out. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more railway empire crossing the Andes, coffee barons, very soon.